Welcome, listeners, to Just Neapolitan. We got a dynamic duo. Floyd's here with me today, and I'm your resident Carl Bertanen Analuski. Brian.
Nice. Snarf.
Snarf, snarf. Lionel.
Yeah.
That was terrible, but my throat hurts right now because I almost choked on beer earlier.
Who does that, Brian?
Me, apparently.
Apparently, huh?
I mean, okay, at least I'm drinking beer right now and not hard liquor. Because we would not be recording if I just choked on hard liquor.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, try it again tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to take a nap, okay? Yeah. So I have a quick correction before we get started.
Okay.
Okay, so Persona 1 was released in the States. It was on PS1, so thank you again, Producer Candle.
I wasn't here for that, so I could have corrected you in a moment, but, you know, Candle got you, so it was fine.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, if I get corrected after the fact, it just makes extra content for later.
Mm-hmm.
If you correct me in the moment, oh wait, but then we argue, because I wouldn't believe you. On principle, I'd be all like, shut up, you don't know.
I'm like, fucking Google it.
To which my response would be, no, I don't do that during podcasts.
Yeah, you're right.
If I decide not to look it up ahead of time, I ain't looking it up now. What's the point of being correct on a podcast? Come on.
True. You know, ask all those other podcast guys.
Okay, so this is going to be a quick aside. Like, okay. I don't want to get too much in the weeds on this, but like, there's so many times I'm listening to other podcasts and people say shit that's wrong, and I'm just like, fuck you, what's wrong with you? And then, of course, I have to stop myself and go, I do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is, these are successful podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, they should have a budget to check that shit.
At least beforehand, or somebody on the side fact checking them live, you know?
Like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's like, oh, we correct things in our Discord and Reddit, and I'm like, I'm not on those because fuck you, I don't want that. I'm here for one thing and one thing only.
Yeah.
And that's to rock.
Until we start doing it for our fans.
Listen, it's totally different if I'm the one doing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, same.
If we ever do all that, then please join us on those. Until that day.
Get your shit right live.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Oh, you know what I didn't prepare?
But
screw it, we'll just do this. Today's episode is brought to you by BDED. We won't tell if you don't. Yeah, I got nothing. I'm working on some new ones. So that's that.
What's the last D?
Drink. Big Tick energy drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is how I got the idea for it to begin with.
I need to remember our sponsors. We went over this one already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that perfume sponsor though, they I don't think they're coming back.
Yeah, that's okay. They wasn't right for us anyway.
Nah. La Douche is definitely not welcome. We got enough of that with us already. Amuse me. It's okay. So what games you been playing this week?
I have been playing...
Off the rails instantly.
Yeah. I've been playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty and Pokemon. I'm back to my mind-numbing, I don't want to think games. So, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. And plus, I need to renew my Final Fantasy 14 subscription. I don't feel like doing that yet.
Ooh, I have to cancel my Crunchyroll subscription.
Why didn't you just ask for mine, Brian?
Dude, it was okay. If we're getting into this, I had a free 3-month trial. I was
Okay,
just like,
never
oh,
mind.
okay. And literally all I wanted to watch was Gundam Wing.
Yes. No.
Uh,
I agree with that.
and then
That
that
was
was like 9 months ago.
no. What the fuck?
So once again, getting into it, I didn't put it on my normal card.
Got it.
So I didn't notice it until a week ago.
Mm.
I was like, oh, I'm still paying for this. So I don't know how to get into my account. All the info to sign in is on that PC that barely works.
Mm.
So I literally just have to turn that PC on and go there so it'll sign me in automatically because I can't figure out how the fuck to get into my account on anything else.
Got it.
Including, it seems like none of my emails are attached to it.
That's super weird.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe I'll do that today, which I've been saying for a week. I mean, technically, I have about 3 more weeks before they charge me again. So,
True, you got time.
I got time. But if I don't do it soon, I'm going to forget and then get charged again, and then go, oh yeah, and then this will be a cycle I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, at least in the meantime, you can go back and watch Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I don't really watch things though.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't even finish getting through Gundam Wing.
See,
I got to the parts of the show that I still remembered because, it's been so long ago that I was like, oh, I'd love to rewatch that from the beginning because there's a bunch of that early stuff is so much like exposition and setting characters up, and like there's cool things that happen, but
it's a lot of like world building. Yeah,
it's not the most memorable parts, but
right.
It was so I got, and then once I started getting to the stuff that I kind of remembered again, that slowly it turned from watching like 4 episodes a day to 1 episode every 2 days to I'm not watching it anymore to me going, ooh, I just want to watch Endless Waltz again.
Yeah.
So,
I will recommend though, if you do want to like a really good Gundam show that you haven't watched, Iron Blood Orphans is probably now in my top 3 favorite like Gundam series. And I say that, and it takes a lot to break the top 3, and it did it. And I say, I love this one. I love it a lot. It renewed my love for the Gundam series after a long time. I was like, because a couple ones after like G Gundam and Wing, I was like, I don't know these.
Yeah, I really only ever watched Wing and then some of the original series.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see the original series until after Wing. And no, you cannot go back to that.
Yeah, no.
You must move forward. Even going back and watching Wing now, oh man, 90s animation. It is not that great.
No, not at all. But my thing with that is, the animation itself isn't that good. Like some of it doesn't hold up well, but the really good ones have great story, and that's what keeps you locked in.
Oh yeah. It was still worth watching for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although I think my second watch through since I'm not 16 anymore. I think Tro is my favorite.
That's a great one.
Wingsuit Gundam and Zero obviously are still my favorite Gundams.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as character goes, like Tro is probably the best adjusted. Also, I didn't realize how much of a badass Relina was.
Yeah.
Like, I just remember her being whiny, but man, she's just like unarmed, will stand in front of guns, and like, I'm like, you're the actual badass in this whole series. Like, the rest of them are like, let me get in my suit, or I've been trained to be a killer. You're just like...
It's like, the rest of them are like, I am a child soldier, and that's what I'm going to do.
Mad respect for Relina.
Right. That is something I have to come to terms with, like, as an adult now, like, rewatching or just watching anime in general, especially, like, Gundam series. That's like, these are children.
Yes.
They are children.
Yes. Speaking of children that should technically be out of their depth, the game I've been playing is Persona 4. Segway, motherfuckers. I don't plan them. I just take them when they fall in my lap.
Yes, sir.
I am like, I was pushing so hard. I was trying to be done. I am so end game.
Right.
And I wanted to be done before we recorded again. Because I was like, then I can move on to a new game. Instead, I'm like, nope, back to the grind. But I have a couple complaints about Persona 4.
Uh-oh.
So there are a couple storylines that are not dealt with very well when it comes to gender issues. Which I mean is very of the time in the game. And
right,
of course
yeah.
the place it's made. And I will say this, that they're at least they don't seem malicious, just extremely ignorant. And playing it now, I'm like, oh yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
So, fair warning, if to anyone who wants to play it, fantastic game. There's some shit in there that I'm like, there's a better way to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and like it's such a Persona thing where your agency gets taken away from you, for days at a time.
Right.
And like that's accepted and expected because I'm like, well, it's story beats and this and that, or the exams that you like, fucking exams, right? But 4 does this thing that's way worse, where they give you like this idea that you have agency, but you try to do something and it's like, you're tired from doing this, you should go. And I'm like, then why the fuck didn't you just skip to the next day?
Right.
If I can't do anything, don't make it seem like I can do something. Yeah, just that one like constantly happens, and I'm like, fuck off. Because technically the only thing you could do is save the game. But if they were putting you into a situation where all you could do is save, they could just bring up the screen, which they do numerous other times during important parts, where it's like, would you like to save? Just do that. If that's all I can fucking do, then just give me that screen and load the next day. Which, I mean, it's not like it's going to get fixed. But
Right.
Also, man, fuck Persona games for always having a part in them. They get me fucking emotional. Also, honestly, why I fucking play the games, because they do such a great job with the storytelling. Like, I can get all the other shit Persona does in other games.
Right.
I can't get that level of, like, writing and, like, character development and actually giving a shit about the characters in the game and being engrossed in the plot. I can't get that a lot of other places. And 4 literally had a moment that made me tear up. Like, yeah. So, yeah, Persona 4.
Nice.
And strangely enough, I still think out of 3, 4, and 5, I'm not counting 1 and 2. There's still, I don't care about 1 and 2. I just don't. I tried. I tried at one point to go back and play 1, and I was like, no, God, no.
Yeah.
Thank you for moving forward.
Yeah.
But out of 3, 4, and 5, I think 4 is my least favorite overall. But it's still Persona and fantastic and worth playing. And obviously, I have like 80 hours in the goddamn thing. And I'm still not finished. And then since it's golden, then I have like the extra stuff past the end of the game.
All that extra like content.
Yeah. Which I think at least with like golden, hopefully makes more sense. I still haven't finished the extra content in 5 because I did not like how it was done. Like, because the story came to a conclusion, and then it was like, oh, and then here's more story. That's going to kind of go against the whole conclusion. And I'm like, but the whole point of the game is against what's now. And I don't want to get into it because I don't want to like ruin any of that, especially with 5.
Right.
5 is not that old. I don't want to ruin that for anyone. Yeah. And then other than that, I've just been playing the mind race games.
Yeah. You know,
I played a... Yep.
You okay, Mitch McConnell? All right.
Whoa. Whoa. Fuck him and you.
No, no, chill out. So did you see he was like in the middle of a press conference and in the middle of his sentence he just stopped for like 30 seconds. Just stood there, just quiet. Just
No, I stopped because you were going to say something as well. So then I stopped and I was like, oh, he's going to go. And then I'm like, oh, is he waiting for me to go? And I'm like, well, now I've waited too long. He's going to go now. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm still waiting to. And then I was like, okay, time to say something. But no, as I say, I did try out Merge and Blade.
The
It's
fuck is that?
so okay, it's basically like a puzzle game.
Mm.
Where like you have how do I describe it? So you're creating like a party of heroes that then have to go and they auto battle against monsters. But
Got
it's
it.
like there's a puzzle game, so it's like kind of Tetrisy. They fall from the top, and if you get three of the same type in a row, they like turn into the next level. So like if you get three peasants lined up, they become a blacksmith, and if you get three
Mm.
blacksmiths, they become a warrior, and then three warriors become an assassin, and three assassins become an archer, and so on and so forth. So you're basically doing these puzzle elements, because you need to get your guys upgraded, but make sure you have enough people, and then they go and they auto battle the monsters in the next room, and then say some of them will die, and this and that. I played that for a little bit, and it was okay. Like, it was a fun little time waster game.
Right.
The mechanics were cool, but I played it for like 15 minutes, and I was like, that's enough of this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems interesting, but not enough to keep me interested.
That's exactly what it was. I played it long enough to kind of get a handle of the mechanics and be like, oh, this is pretty clever, and I can see why people would enjoy this. But auto battlers, man, it's hard
Yeah.
for me to hard for an auto, like, I think the closest to an auto battler that I enjoy is Vampire Survivors,
Mm.
and you definitely have a lot more agency in that game.
Yeah, I think that's my issue with like auto battlers because I need to be doing something. Like my ADD don't work that way. Like I need to be doing something or I lose focus extremely
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah, and then once I've lost focus on that part, I stop caring about the other part, and then it's like,
Right.
yeah, it goes downhill very quickly. But yeah, I downloaded tons of shit.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, what am I gonna play after Persona? Let me download these 20 games,
That's funny.
and then a week later, I'm gonna be like, why do I have all these games? Delete, delete, delete.
But you know what I will be playing in exactly 1 week from today?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need my PC fixed.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I probably won't play like I'm off that entire weekend because of Lollapalooza. So it'll probably be like I'll play before we leave in the morning and then right when I get home. So it's gonna be a lot of don't talk to me when I'm at home because I'm playing Baldur's Gate.
I think it's gonna be a lot of, oh shit, is it that time already? I need to get 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, fuck sleep.
Yeah, your age gonna catch up to you with that one.
Eventually. But my insomnia says I don't care, so it don't matter anyway. I just lean into it when I need to.
Yeah, that's fair. I always look back and go, I can't believe I used to not like sleep. Because I fucking love sleep.
No, see that's the thing. I used to love sleep, and then I developed insomnia around 25, and it was game over after that. I I used to brag about how much I slept. That's how much I love sleeping.
See, which is funny. I used to brag about how little I slept. Mine was more like 30, 33, 30, 30. Yeah, I mean, early 30s.
Mhm.
When something in my brain just clicked and went, hey, you know what's awesome? Getting enough sleep each night. I was like, hey, brain, you're right. I should try that. And then I did, and I was like, oh my God.
This is amazing.
This is the best. I didn't even realize this whole time I wasn't thinking clearly.
Right?
Like, my brain was so foggy, I didn't know how foggy it was. Yeah. Sleep's great.
Yeah.
Get
Man.
sleep, kids. Plenty of fluids.
Yeah, you need that. You need that.
Exercise. Get sunlight. Other
Touch some
advice
grass.
adults are supposed to give people.
Yeah, go touch grass. That's the best advice I can give you.
Hey, I said get sunlight. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you're in an urban area, actual grass may be sparse.
It might be. That's why you go to a park.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
People there.
Yeah, I mean, true. But also, if you're in a underdeveloped urban area, parks might not even have grass either.
Well, and if you're in certain parts of the urban area, you might not want to be at them parks.
Yeah, also true.
Because other people hang out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay at home with your whiskey. Whiskey never lets you down, guys.
Not
Wait,
till the
I
next
feel like
morning.
I feel like that was terrible advice. Don't listen to that. But
I mean, we gave good advice. It was like we gotta like rebalance the karmic scales. Now it's time for bad advice.
right.
Beer is awesome. Fuck you. Get used to the taste. Stop being a pussy.
The best advice we can give you is don't listen to us because we'll lead you astray one way or the other.
Yes.
We're just guys on a podcast and we know about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting your advice from jerk-offs online,
Yeah.
you gotta get what you deserve. Also, let's be honest, getting your advice from jerk-offs online is very not that different from getting your advice from jerk-offs in real life.
Also true. Yeah. You gotta find the right people. You know, somebody who actually has your best interest at heart.
Like therapists.
100%.
I feel like we need like the more you know thing now.
Uh-huh.
Only ours has to be a really fucked up version.
Also, if you do go to a therapist, don't use BetterHelp. That's a trash service and they're trash to their customers and their therapists. Don't use them.
Yep. And there goes that chance at sponsorship.
You know what? I'm fine with that one. I'm fine with not having that one.
I might as well mention, I don't think I ever mentioned this, like on the podcast or not. I was thinking about all those people that do the BetterHelp.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Ads, right? And, you know, everyone gets trolled online. There's always people like talking shit about everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't people who are sponsored by BetterHelp just respond to every troll comment with a link to BetterHelp?
That would be lit.
Because not only is it just the ultimate comeback, like, hey, this is what you need. You know, don't say shit, just your link. And then if they do click on it, good. Number one, maybe you got them some help. Probably not through BetterHelp, but maybe.
Right.
But also, now you're getting more money for your ad because, like, look at all the clicks I got you. Pay me more.
Right.
But it's also the ultimate comeback. Like, I'm not going to talk to you. This is what you need.
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't anybody do that?
Because most people aren't as smart as you, Brian.
Aw, you make me blush and shit. You want some news?
Like a new massive phasmophobia update coming?
Well, let's talk about that. I didn't have that one.
I didn't either, but Maggie just posted it in the fucking Discord.
Well, Discord takes 20 minutes to load on my laptop, so I didn't see shit.
Oh, damn. And I can't even talk about it because that's all I can see. I don't want to click the fucking video. So, just know there's a massive new phasmophobia update coming, guys.
And the more you know. Well, here, I did this one for you. So Nicki Minaj, Snoop,
Nope, I seen it.
and 21 Savage are coming to Shoot a Man Fight Zone and Modern Shoot a Man 2 5th season. And technically, that's news.
I seen that, and I sent it to Ala, because I didn't know about Snoop and 21 Savage. I seen Nicki Minaj, and I sent the screenshot to it to Alejandro, and he was like, "You better fucking tell me this is the lie." And I was like, "Nope." He was like, "I'm never playing this game again."
Yeah. Like I said, it's technically news.
It's technically news. You know what else is technically news?
Well, it can't be that Borderlands 3 sucks, because we all know that.
Yeah, no. I mean, technically that is news to people who like it, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I was... Damn. You bringing up Borderlands 3 threw off my whole, like, flow with the joke.
My bad.
But I was just gonna say, technically, Baldur's Gate 3 coming out next week, so that is news. That's news.
That's news.
But I mentioned that. That.
That's true. We usually have another section where we talk about games coming out.
Yeah, but I like news.
I mean, it's technically news. Technically news.
Yes.
You are technically correct, which is the best form of correct. Also, so I don't remember if we talked about this on here or not, because I apparently can't even remember what happened 20 minutes ago. Did you mention the Humble Bundle, or were we talking about that before we were recording?
It was before.
Okay, well, not a sponsor, but so there's a Humble Bundle. Basically, I think it's like to get people ready for Baldur's Gate 3, because it's got a bunch of those games in there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the games in there is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. So they had recently had an update on the 24th that added a third-party data collection software to the game. Yeah, fan outcry got it removed 1 day later.
Obviously.
Well, you say obviously, but here's at least the silver lining I'm going to give this one. Is at least Owlcat listened to the fans and was like, you know what, you guys are right, let's get rid of it.
You're right.
Because that's the type of shit that AAA publishers pull, and they would just be all like, okay, well, fuck you.
Right.
We have your money, we don't care what you think anymore.
They'll be like, oh, well, deal with it. Like,
yeah. And of course they would do it because, unfortunately, they're right. Everyone will be all like, I'm angry about this. Oh, look, you released another game. I'll buy it. And people are like, oh, it still has the software on there. Like, well, what? It's the software's already on the last game. So, I mean,
yeah,
I might as well just keep giving them my money. Fucking bootlickers. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Going back to Phasmo. I went to their Twitter account, right?
Did you break our solemn oath to never Google while we're recording?
No, that was your solemn oath. I never said anything of the sort.
I thought Maggie was the only responsible one here. I'm very disappointed in you.
I like to live fact check myself because I don't want to be like the rest of the podcast bros, okay?
Whoa. Fucking hell, man. Can I get somebody else in this fucking pod?
Anyway.
I'll be working on your replacement next week.
Wow. Guys, if I'm not here next week, you got rid of me.
Or you just weren't available. Shut up. Go ahead. Give me my Phasmo fix that I can't play because I need my PC fixed.
So, part of this massive update is there was a console release date for it. So it's coming to consoles, but they also said that it's going to be their biggest update ever besides the console like release for it. And I say, if y'all going, my thing with that is like, cool, keep updating the game, keep adding things, keep making it better. But if you change the fucking waiting to start lobby one more goddamn time, I'm coming up to that office and I'm murdering somebody. I just got to, because the original how they had that lobby set up was perfectly fine, and then they changed it, and now I'm confused every time I play that game. Like, did I buy the things that I needed to buy, or am I just overbuying things because I can't tell, and I hate it.
Yeah, see, that's my the new lobby I like
Mm-hmm.
because like it's got the cases and everything in it, and I do like that. And there's more games to play that are
I
always
miss the
bugged out, and I kind
spookies.
of love that. Yeah, I do want the spooky shit back though.
Yeah, I miss the
There's that
spookies
one like ghost in the room,
in
but
the
like
room. Yeah.
yeah, what that ghost totally needs to like if you stare at it too long has to do like a fucking ring thing and like come at you. Like that's what it should fucking do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like there's nothing that are scared the fuck out of newbies anymore.
Right.
Like
I
oh go
can't.
open that door.
That was one of my favorite things to do to people who've never played the game before. Like go over there real quick. Go see what's in
Right.
that room.
Or like the one day when you noticed there was the guy up in the rafters.
Yes.
That creeped me out. Like the voice in your ear in the door, that got a jump scare out of me. The guy in the
Mm-hmm.
rafters, that creeped me out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
But
I
yeah, the
think
purchase
okay.
system. Fuck the
Yeah.
new purchase system.
Yeah. The purchase system is. I hate that.
That can
so
get changed
much.
again. That can get fixed. It that is broken. Please fix.
Please do something about this. We should play. Oh damn! Never mind. Anyway.
Do you want to bring up about that whole PC now? Like, is this the new running gag? Borderlands 3 sucks and my PC doesn't work?
No.
Would you like to come in here and kick me in the fucking balls right now? Like, what the fuck else do you need from me?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
God damn. Calling me Mitch McConnell and then a podcast bro. Man, if I'm a podcast bro, so are you. You do the fucking podcast.
I
Fuck.
feel like I've been ragging on you this whole episode, and I want to apologize truly.
Well, so here's my whole thing, right? Like, I'm not even really actually upset. I can't
I
be.
know.
Because you know how many times I've ragged on you, and I even mentioned in one episode, I'm like, this is going to come back and bite me in the ass one day. Obviously, this would be the day where I have no witnesses, and so I can't even complain about it on the next pod, because people will be like, we don't know what you're talking about.
uh,
Fuck. I need a sip of beer.
also, I would like to say, going back to the last episode that I was on, and you mentioned how we don't listen to the podcast. Fuck you. I'll listen to the last episode. So nah, boo boo. Nah.
Oh, is that all I got to do? Is I got to challenge you every week?
Unfortunately, yes.
I'd say my point still stands then.
My
However,
thing is-
you are technically correct, and we have already established that is the best type of correct. So you win this round.
My thing is, even with like the other one, right? Like I don't listen to that because I was like, I was there. I know what happened. So, I know how much of a fool I made of myself. I don't need to hear it again.
I mean, I never have a choice, so I just gave in, and I was like, well, actually, no. So early on, once again, might as well tell you how the sausage made. So when I do the final edits, that's with my headphones on. And then once I've finished it, then I'll play it, and I'll play that through speakers.
Right.
And then when I listen to the episode, I listen through my phone. And
Got it.
actually listening through all three types has helped me do some audio balancing.
That's great. I think when
That's why I'm
editing-
not ever like actually upset, because I'm like, I'm doing it for a purpose, because
right.
it's helped me to like balance our audio levels a little better, because like stuff that sounds good through my headset doesn't necessarily sound good in the speaker,
True.
and that doesn't necessarily sound good through the phone. So I
Right.
try to get it to a level where it's like no matter what someone's listening to, you can hear us all.
Yeah, like with AFAM, when I edit that, I obviously I have to listen to all of it. So like I'm there for it, then I listen to it to edit it, and then I'm like, all right, that's enough for me. I'm good. And then so I don't really go into like the same detail that you do. But what I do is I take like input from like other people who do listen to it and like how they say it sounds on theirs. And I was like, okay, maybe if I change this up, this will help out. But maybe I'm like, damn, I should be more like Bryan. That's all this second like hand guesswork from other people. Maybe I should listen to it the way I should be listening to it initially.
I mean, for me, I'm just obsessed with like
Right.
sound quality. Like, because
No, I
obviously
get
it's
that.
podcast, all you got is sound.
Right.
And I don't want anyone to ever be drowned out. And especially like the earlier episodes, I'd get us balanced and it sound good in the speakers and the headset. And then I
Right.
listen on
But
my
not the
phone,
phone.
and I was like so much louder than everyone. And I'm like, okay, I need to dial myself back even more
Right.
than I thought I did. Like to the point where, yeah, that's getting into too much detail. But anyway, yeah, it was basically I had to pull about like another 5 decibels off my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of that is just my mic is so directional
Right.
that it naturally comes out louder. That I
True.
think I get loud more often than everyone else.
But I
And
also
that's
think
just
you're
personality.
usually a lot closer to your mic than everyone else too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like mine sit on my desk, and I'm a good like I make sure that it picks me up well, but I'm not super close on it, and that has a like different effect on it too, just like how close you are with it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, my big thing is I get hard on I pee hard sometimes. My peas will still pop every once in a while. And I need to find my pop filter, and I have no idea where the fuck it is.
Mm,
But that's
yeah,
like the last thing that I want to do.
I feel that.
All the
Yeah,
sausage
welcome.
is made.
Thanks for coming to the video game podcast where we talk about anime and video sound quality.
Yeah, we're talking about anime and making of the podcast.
Wait.
We're good at this.
We got distracted. We was talking about video game news. I mentioned
We were.
Phasmophobia. What else did you have before I cut you off?
That was it.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's been like a slow, like there's other shit,
has.
but it's like nothing that I like. Okay, so we're gonna get into this again. So usually I have like 12 to 13 things for like in the news section, just that throughout the week I'll like set aside and save. And then like throughout the week I'll go through them and be like, I don't care about this, or this one's way better, and I try to like get it down to about 6 things.
Mm-hmm.
This week I had 6, and I was like, 4 of these are pointless. I'm like, they're nothing news. Like honestly, like let's be real, the Call of Duty thing, but I thought it was funny, so I was like, I'm gonna mention that.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean that's important to somebody somewhere. You know.
I mean, you know what? The other big news, since you brought up a patch, is there's another Elden Ring patch that came out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, a bunch of balances and shit it's mostly a PvP focused patch.
Oh, fuck that then. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. So they nerfed a bunch of fucking weapons because a bunch of crybaby tryhards complained about how strong they are. But I guess it changed. They redid some stuff in the poise system.
Right. Okay.
So
that's decent.
that actually might work to the favor of people using smaller weapons. So we'll see. Because that's always the thing I've hated about that. That's all that like the fucking Souls games is. They're like, oh, katana users are cheaters, and I'm like, what are you talking about with your ultra sword that you can just like hyper armor poise through any attack to hit people?
Literally,
like you assholes are using that because of it. So fuck off. Like I can't poise attack. I can't like my poise can't break through anything. I get interrupted all the time.
Literally.
Like y'all don't even have to wait for a true opening. You can just be all like, "No, that's
I'm a
weak
tank
enough."
Yeah, I'm a just tank it.
Wear the heaviest fucking armor you can with all your health maxed out. Like, kiss my ass.
Pussies.
Seriously though, you ain't guts just because you got the sword, bitch.
I need to finish Elden Ring.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. But I know what's gonna happen.
I want to play it again.
I know what's gonna happen for me, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before. I'm gonna wait until the DLC comes out, and when the DLC comes out, it's like, fuck, I need to finish this so I can play the DLC. And then I'm gonna finish the game. I'm gonna buy the DLC, finish the game, and by the time I get to the DLC, I'm like, that was enough Elden Ring for now.
Well, especially because they've already decided they're only doing one DLC.
Mm-hmm.
But it's apparently larger than usually their two DLCs put together. Like,
Of course.
it's going to
Yeah.
be massive amounts of content. Well, kind of Cyberpunk 2077, they just ended up doing the same thing.
Yeah,
The
I can't.
DLC
I
got
want
so
to play that new
massive.
DCLC.
Yeah, I don't even think it's out yet, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, goddamn, just another thing why I need my fucking PC back up and running. But yeah,
Why
they
don't
kind
you
of did
just
the
play it
same
on your
thing
Xbox?
where, but I have it on the PC, and
Okay, okay.
I would have to start again from the beginning.
Yeah, see, I have it on my Xbox, so
Yeah, I don't. So not
yeah.
only would I have to buy it again, which
Yeah,
I'm not 100% opposed to, but why would I buy it again when I have it and I just need to get
true.
the PC fixed?
No, I get you. I get you.
It's, I mean, man, it's gonna be amazing the day that I stop saying that. People would be like, "Did it ever get fixed?" Because I'll probably just stop talking about it. It'll just be like, problem solved, not thinking of this anymore.
Right.
But yeah, they kind of did the same thing where they had planned multiple DLCs, and then
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Liberty just became so fucking huge that they decided, well, why don't we just make this a gigantic DLC instead?
Right. Which is cool.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? As long as, because obviously, like games are like, I like when they do multiple DLCs. I don't like that we've gotten into that stage where we feel like you have to have multiple DLCs, and then
Right.
they feel like incomplete experiences. I would rather have, I think, one large DLC that's coherent, put together, has a long separate storyline with a lot of characters and it is done well. But I think I'd rather have that,
Mm.
instead of like, because I think with the multiple DLCs, it's just like an attempt to extend the life of a game.
Right.
Whereas
Yeah.
if the game's good, I'm going to keep playing it. I've beaten 2077 twice now with two different character builds. Elden Ring, like, come on. Like, I want to get back to working on my pirate. Because he's got a long way to go. I don't even have my anchor yet.
Damn.
Yeah, he's like level 16 or something. Well, because before the pirate, I was making the Sith. And then I stopped to work on a Jedi for a bit. And then I got the idea for a pirate, and so I stopped both of those to work on a pirate. Yeah. I want my PC fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of games coming out yet still.
Yeah.
I mean, August 3rd, Baldur's Gate 3. That's kind of the big one.
True.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking.
Oh, but I want to bring up it was a Nintendo Switch Online service thing, and they just released two of the first
Game-
couple of Legend of Zelda games I played, right? So I played I didn't like originally I never played like as a kid I didn't play the original Legend of Zelda game. I played two first. And then after that it was the handheld Legend of Zeldas, which was Oracle of Ages and what was the other Oracle of Time? One of the two. I forgot what that was.
Seasons?
Seasons. There you go. Thank you. But I played those two, and as a child of divorce, right? I had both those games because I asked each one of my parents for a different one each. That's how I ended up with a lot of the like different versions of Pokemon too. Because I was like, I just asked one parent for this version and the other one for this version.
Wow.
I mean, if you gonna subject me to a broken home, I'm gonna get what I can out of it. Goddamn it!
Yeah, I couldn't get that shit out of him. Would have tried that if it would have worked.
Yeah, but they released both of those games to the Switch Online service, and I was like, "Fuck,
Yeah, but
I'm
it's the
finna go
second
download.
level of it because they're Game Boy Color game.
Yeah, but I got that, so I don't care.
Yeah, I don't, so I don't care.
Ah.
Yeah, it's two sides of the same coin there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you want to know what my first Zelda was?
What?
Link to the Past.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's a
So
decent place to start.
I once poor as fun. Never owned the original Zelda. I had a friend who did, but no one would ever let you play Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was that, and then I don't know anyone that had two.
Right.
But yeah, no, Link to the Past, and I that's another one I never owned, so I only ever got to rent it. So I never beat that one until I was like in my 20s and had it on not an emulator.
What are those?
Because I have never done that.
I don't know
Ever.
what you're talking about.
I certainly don't continue to do that.
I do not fly my Jolly Roger. Whoa.
Whoa, don't do it in front of kids.
Yeah.
I certainly don't play emulators now because fucking companies don't want to release their old games even though they'd make money off of them, but still want to sue people when they fucking try to preserve their old games, and fuck them. I think that sums up my thoughts pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Correct. And with that, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Also, where the fuck is Mother 3 Nintendo?
It's like you're asking for the Holy Grail. Okay.
Listen, if you don't ask for the Holy Grail, you'll never get it, alright?
I don't think you'll ever get it even if you ask for it.
I fucking don't think I will either.
I've been asking for a new F-Zero game just as long as fucking Mother 3, so you know.
Yeah, okay, but I'm asking for a game that's released.
Yeah, you right.
The hard part's done.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't get why they won't just take the money that we clearly want to give them. But
Nintendo is one of the few companies that can be both greedy and miserly all at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, good job, you cornered the market on stupid.
I would love. Remember when we got hyped for that one? Like, what was that, E3? No, it was a Nintendo Direct around the E3 season, and they was bringing up fucking Mother and like Earthbound, and I say, is it time? And then they tickled our fucking nutsacks and gave us nothing.
Well, no, didn't they give us original fucking Mother?
Yes, but it would
that nobody fucking wants.
Right.
Oh, I can play the shitty game that came before Earthbound. That's what I want.
It's like, oh my god. Have you played the original Mother game?
For about 10 minutes. And I was like, no.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it too.
Listen, I know like a lot of people, but role-playing games on the NES were not good. Like, you wouldn't think with a role-playing game you need a ton of buttons. But I need to not hit a button 7 times to do one thing.
Right.
And yeah, if I was a kid and it was the only game I owned, yes, I would have finished it.
Yeah.
I had time. Like, if I ever go into an RPG and there's not like a button that I can hit that brings up a menu, I'm out. It's done. Like, not doing it. And like even Earthbound had some bullshit with its menu system and that until you learned you could hit a bumper to talk to people, you had to like open the menu, hit talk. And then if you were off slightly, it'd be like, you know, oh, you're not on this pixel that you need to be to talk to this person. So now you're talking to nothing. And you're like, obviously I'm talking to that person. They just happened to turn around the second I hit the menu button.
Fucking
I've never finished that game still.
Which one?
Earthbound.
Really? I finished
Yeah.
it. That was back in the time where I did finish games though. So
Yeah,
you
see,
know.
that was, once again, as a kid, rented it. So,
Ah, yeah.
your game was always gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had on the mini, and that was when I was making the most progress. And then I just don't plug the mini in anymore. But now it's on the Switch, so I restarted again. And I had it on the emulator, but then I've gotten to like the same place almost every time, and just never went the last bit that needs to happen. I think the furthest I got is when you're the robots, and then you're going to like the last part, and
Mm-hmm.
then you go in there and you're fighting, and then you lose, and then you realize you can't go back to get items again, and but all your items are gone now, and you're like, oh, well now I'm just straight fucked. Yeah, that final area, you basically gotta like one shot that shit. Bullshit.
Damn.
Yeah, that's all I got today. And the beer's running through me. So
Yeah, yeah. I talked about everything I wanted to talk about.
I
I
talked
got
about
my
more
Legend
than
of
I had to
Zelda.
talk about. So
I got my Legend of Zelda fixed. We also got Phasmo update like in the middle of it, so that was pretty cool.
right. I mean, unfortunately, that Phasmo update doesn't have much information.
Currently,
It's our
we'll
biggest
talk.
update. Okay, well, what's in it? We'll tell you later.
We'll talk
Thanks.
about that next week.
Yeah, when
Hopefully,
it actually comes out.
Eddie is here next week because he says he has some major gripes about Diablo 4. So
You know, you can only warn a man so much, and if he doesn't want to listen to you. But I would love to hear some first-hand accounts about how also sucks.
right.
But, yep, that's it for us this week. I almost didn't say that sentence.
Yeah, words are hard.
The words are hard. Borderlands 3 sucks.
Correct, correct.
And we love y'all.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.